So first, I want to thank everyone who was able to join us today. We have our first presentation is going to be from DYMA, and we have Renata on, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to her.
Thanks, Tori. Hey guys, I'm so glad to see or to meet everybody here virtually, I guess. I'm in Jekyll Island, Georgia. See behind me, I've got a beautiful beach, setting up for the Georgia SNA show. So if anybody is in Georgia SNA show tomorrow, come by and see me in booth 115. I'd love to talk to you. All right. We just wanted to, and we really appreciate HPS allowing us to do this. We're going to give you a quick update on some things that we're doing with Disney and some of the products you may not know we represent. I'm Renata Durham from DYMA Brands. I've been in the K-12 business for about 15 years and with a bunch of different roles. Now working for the manufacturing side and loving every minute of it because I get to talk to you guys. And you guys, again, I know you hear it all the time from us, but I can't believe all you do. And thank you for all you do, because without you guys, a lot of our kids wouldn't get the meals that they need. And I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and Tori, if you could let me share my screen, or is it I can share?
Yep, you should be able to share it.
Okay, so then I'm going to share the screen, and then there you go. Are you guys seeing a PowerPoint, Tori?
Yep, we see it.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to finish beginning. All right, so this is just a quick update on DYMA Brands and HPS. So just a quick agenda for you guys. I'm just going to spend probably about 10, 15 minutes for you. We have Disney licensed products. You may have seen it. We showed them to you in October at your leadership meeting. And then we wanted to kind of go into detail on that a little bit because some of you guys might not know about them. And then we also have some additional opportunities that we worked with GFS, your main distributor. And I wanted you guys to know what we're doing for you either in our label or in GFS label. And then we'll open it up to questions at the end. So first we'll start with the fun stuff, Disney licensed portion control. Now this was really exciting for us. It is the first of its kind partnership with Disney in the food service market. They're in the retail market quite a bit, but not in food service. So we were very lucky to be able to bring this to the food service side and especially to the K-12 business. I believe that this is going to be a huge win for you guys. It will grow participation, your school lunches, because I know we're all struggling to get that going. And the characters are amazing and the flavors are just as good. We got this partnership because at DYMA Brands, we'd already had what we call the Better For You program, where we had some nutritional benefits to our products, those being low sodium, gluten-free, no artificial colors or flavors, no high fructose corn syrup, and no trans fats. But Disney also required an additional requirement outside of what we usually see in the National School Lunch Program and breakfast program. They require that sugar is not the first ingredient. So all of our products work for that on our Disney line. However, we had to reformulate our barbecue, take the sugar down, but we added honey instead. So you've got a great flavor. You didn't lose anything. We didn't add anything artificial to it to keep it going. But this is a great product. I think it's a love. So going into the characters real quick, this is the fun stuff. So we have licenses for both Toy Story and for Mandalorian Star Wars, okay? So what you're seeing here is our Toy Story line, and this is where we have our sauces and our dressing cups, as well as a couple of pouches. The characters are amazing. We all know that Disney keeps launching more Toy Stories as we go every day. This is a great place for the kids to get that product. The characters are fun. The packaging is amazing, and the best part of it is stocked at service, 100%. The only thing you guys might not have right now is the taco and a hot sauce, but everything else is stocked and ready to be shipped today. And we have a pricing advantage for you guys. I believe we have a promotion going for additional monies you order for this school year. So that's an additional perk for you guys going straight to your school district. Correct me if I'm wrong, is that right, Tori?
Yep, we have them all on the bid price at a special rate. Yep.
Perfect. That's great.
Yep.
So you're getting you're getting a better price with your Gordon Food Service than the rest of the country is. So I encourage you guys to try it. If you want samples, my contact information will be, I will add it to this PowerPoint presentation at the end, and you guys can contact me. I'll send out sample cases for you guys to test with your kids. I do have quite a few school districts doing this program, especially on the Disney Toy Story side. Some of them were hesitant to put it in the high school. But Pittsburgh School District actually tested it for me with their high school, and it did go over pretty well. The chicken dip-in with the third one or the fourth one from the left on the top row, that one is like Chick-fil-A sauce, and the kids really responded to it in high school, as well as the dynamite sauce, which is a spicier one, which with Rex, the first one on the bottom row. So those are fun, very fun products. The tastes are amazing. The nutritionals are great. And if you notice, it doesn't say anything about being better for you on the packaging. So the kids don't know. We all have to kind of fool them a little bit. So that is our Toy Story line. And then I'm going to go into our Mandalorian line, which is Grogu or Baby Yoda. We're not allowed to call him Baby Yoda, though, because he's actually Grogu, according to Disney. We have him on our ketchup cups and our ketchup pouches. Darth Vader's on the mustard, and we have R2-D2 on the light mayonnaise. And most of all, we have to have him represented. We put him on our peanut butter. And I believe you guys are our largest school group that purchases peanut butter. A lot of schools are peanut free, but you guys use it, I believe, for your snack program. So we do a lot of business with you guys in peanut butter. But I thought, especially in the after school snack program, Mickey Mouse is a perfect one for you. Although I do have to say, someone brought it to my attention when you bait a mousetrap, you bait it with peanut butter. So it's kind of fun that we put Mickey Mouse on peanut butter, but that's neither here nor there. These are great products. I do have Gordon Food Service item number set up for it. Again, we have this promotion and pricing for you guys on this, better than the rest of the country, and I will provide samples if needed. Going on to the next slide. A lot of you may not know at DYMA, we just recently changed our name from Diamond Crystal Brands to DYMA Brands to make it a little bit more going with our business segment. We no longer do sugars in our segments, so that was what Diamond Crystal was known for. So when we transitioned out of the sugar business, we changed our name to DYMA Brands. However, what you guys also may not know is that a lot of your private label products that Gordon Food Service sends you is made by us as well. So the dressings, sauces, and condiments, either in DYMA brand, which would be Flavor Fresh or House Blend or Disney, or even in the Gordon Choice labels, that is us. And we also have those on the order guides as well as with special pricing for you guys. All of these have good pricing to them. We do jams and jellies. We just were lucky enough to gain the Welch's license. So we now, instead of just having Flavor Fresh jelly, we now have branded jelly, which will upscale your dining for your kids and make them see you're utilizing the national brands in your menus. So that starts as of next school year. So as of 7/1, you'll have access to jams and jellies in the Welch's brand, as well as in the Gordon Food Service. We do your desserts, your mixes, your gelatin, your cheesecake mixes. Some of you guys do those for catering. That is all of us, whether it be from Gordon Food Service or from the DYMA brand, to be under shelf companion list. And ingredient mixes, both regular, savory, and no added MSG, as well as low sodium versions. We have those. The low sodium would be within our DYMA brand, Chef's Companion, but the remainders on the order guides are from Gordon Food Service. Our drink mixes, which I have here twice for some reason, which is my mistake, I apologize, but we do drink mix and seasonings. Seasonings being your crushed red pepper and parm, as well as your salt and pepper packets and salt and pepper shakers. I can send, also when I send this PowerPoint out, I put in the item numbers for all of our products that we have on bid for you guys, so you can locate them quickly. And if you guys have any questions or want samples of any of our products, or even the Gordon ones, I can work with the Gordon representatives to get you your samples as well. That's really all I had for you guys today. My computer just goes on me. Are you guys still hearing me?
Yep, we can still hear you.
Okay. So my next slide was for questions. So I will open it up to the group for questions if they have any.
All right. If anyone has any questions, we have you muted so you can type them in the chat. And I do see Renata, one of our members, Gwen. She's actually one of our committee members, and she made a comment that they just switched to your sauces. So that's awesome.
Oh, that is awesome. How's it going? Can she tell me?
Gwen, can you tell us how it's going with your sauces? I don't see it quite yet coming through here. Oh, she just received our first this week, so she'll have to let us know.
Great. My email would be, Gwen, my email is going to be on the presentation when I send it over to Tori.
Okay.
Would love to hear your feedback. Any information you can give us. It is so new for us that we're really excited, and I would love to be able to share a success story or what your kids have to say about it. That would be great.
Yes.
And that goes for everybody.
Yeah, and if you guys just want to send that information to me as well, I can absolutely forward that on to Renata. And like she mentioned, she's willing to do some samples. So if you want to email her or myself, I'll make sure to get you guys connected. Awesome.
Anybody else? Because I know you have other people to talk to. So.
Oh, so we have Pam, and I'm not sure which Pam that is, but she's getting ready to order some of these as well. So
beautiful.
Oh,
beautiful.
Pam Panza. All right. She's also a committee member. So
love it.
Yes.
Any feedback, would love to hear it. So send it to Tori and or to me and both of us, because if you give me feedback, I will always copy Tori in on it as well, so she's aware.
Okay. She said her high school kids love the chicken dip in sauce. So
that's amazing. It is so much like the Chick-fil-A sauce. However, it's a better nutrition than Chick-fil-A, and the kids don't know it. They're getting something better, lower in sodium.
Yeah. Do you guys think you'll be coming out with any new flavors, or?
Right now, we're getting the launching on the first run, because we kind of launched it in the middle of the school year. We didn't want to muddy the waters. I know we cannot do syrup, which would be great, because syrup, there's no way to do it without sugar as the first ingredient. But yeah, we're looking at other flavors to look in there. Possibly a jalapeno ranch. That's always a good one that we have on our line. And some other sauces.
Awesome. Well, that's great. I know you sent some samples in for us, and for our committee members on the phone, you guys got some of those at our committee annual meeting, so they've tried them through there. So yes, that was very nice. Gwen is asking about salad dressing.
Salad dressing. So we are repackaging our products into a bit more updated line. I do have a full line of salad dressings. The flavors I had that I showed for the Toy Story, we also have in our Flavor Fresh branded products. All would be better for you without saying better for you on them, so the kids don't know. I've got a variety of flavors, 1 ounce, 12 gram, 9 gram. And I actually have a 1.5 ounce ranch dressing that is a light version too.
Okay, awesome. Did we put this in that bottom line? I know you work with Christina on your items. She's your main contact here.
Yes.
Did you guys do something in the bottom line for these Disney items? Do you remember?
We did. I think $1 bottom line number for you guys until the end of the school year. It's $1 per case.
Okay. All right. I will double check. Glenda, she works in our communication here, so she said she'd like to feature it in the bottom line. So we'll circle back with that. Loop in Christina on that, so we can make sure we get that out there in front of everybody. So
perfect.
Is there any other questions or comments? Pam Panza said she wants to come visit you right now, so I think we're all in the same boat, Pam.
I know, nice. So this is as close as I'm going to get to the beach. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you, Renata. I appreciate your time today. And if anyone hasn't gonna get this wrong, I haven't talked right all day. If anyone thinks of any questions afterwards, or wants to get in touch again with Renata, please reach out and let me know. Gwen says she goes there every year, so she knows
yeah.
how happy you are right now.
I am
Until
very
you go
happy.
back inside. Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right. Well,
Thank you for
thank you,
your time, guys.
Renata.
Bye.
Have a great day.
You too.
Oh, Lola's here. All right.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So everyone, this is Lola from Simplot. Lola, this is everybody.
Hello, everyone.
We have about 21 people on right now. And so I'm going to turn it over to you. Do you want me to do your presentation, or do you want to drive the show? How do you want me to do it?
I think I'm gonna drive if that's okay.
Yep, I just gave you presenter right, so you should be good to go.
Awesome.
Perfect.
All right, I'm gonna move you down in the corner, and I do want this to be interactive. If any questions pop up while I'm presenting, please feel free to raise your hand, and I'm sure it's a question that someone else may have as well. So I'm happy to address really anything that is Simplot related or frozen veg related if I know the answer. Okay, so hello, like I said, my name is Lola Sanuth, and I am the K-12 specialist for Simplot's Northeast market. So I cover the 12 Northeast states, which is a lot of our HPS customers on this call today. All right, so just an overview of who we are at Simplot. We are an Idaho-based frozen vegetable manufacturer that specializes in potato. J.R. Simplot founded the company in the 50s, and we're well known for our business with McDonald's. We do manufacture the McDonald's fry, along with some other heavy hitters that I'm sure you're familiar with. I think I saw Chick-fil-A in the comments there. We do have we have a share of their potato business as well, and we actually just acquired that like 2 years ago. So if their fries have gotten better in the last couple of years, that's why. All right, so at Simplot, we just make it easier for your students to be fed with our broad portfolio of K-12 items, including potatoes, vegetables, avocados, grains, and fruit. And we're deeply invested in K-12. I know some of you may know we exited commodity processing last year. That doesn't change our investment in the space. We're still very passionate about feeding the kids. And we're always working to ensure that we're providing the best high quality and nutritious items for your schools. Right, so this webinar is the power of frozen. And so today here are the main topics that we're going to cover. First, we'll be solving for labor. I'll show you how to serve great food despite the historic labor shortages and rising wages. And then we'll talk about the value of versatility, and that is how versatile frozen products can help you reduce the number of items you're stocking and still have a full choice of menu options for your students. Next, we'll discuss the hidden costs of fresh, and we'll just have you understand where frozen vegetables make more sense. And then we'll wrap it up with a review of sodium conscious solutions as a part of a strategy to manage your vegetable program. All right, so let's begin by learning all the ways that frozen produce can help contend with the shortage of labor in kitchen and the high costs. So first, we eliminate prep, or we at least try to reduce it. Second, we're replacing entire recipes. Can I get a show of hands of how many of you have a recipe for diced onions or just a diced pepper in your kitchen? When I was a chef, we had a recipe for salt and pepper mix. I thought it was, thank you, Megan. I thought it was, fairly simple ratio, but a recipe was necessary. So we're eliminating that step altogether. With a lot of our items, you just cut the bag open, heat and serve. We're also improving consistency. We've done a lot of studies and we understand that consistency from bag to bag on all of our products is a high priority for our customers. And we are also helping reduce the risk of kitchen injuries. In 2019, there were recorded 94,000 injuries related to kitchen safety. And we know that fresh produce like sweet potatoes and mangoes can be challenging to process with a knife, especially if you don't have the most skilled labor in your kitchen. So frozen products can help you lower that risk of injury by reducing any occasions that a knife is actually even needed. So I said I was going to keep this fun and interactive. So we have our first poll question. On average, how many people daily were sent to the ER last year due to avocado-related injuries? And I just am asking for a quick number in the chat. The first person that's closest is going to get a gift from me today.
Oh, we have 5 is our first guess. Oh, so we have a lot. 150, 7, 231, 10.
Is that our final guesses? Anyone else?
Wow, we just got a whole bunch. 35, 95, and 36.
So whoever is closest to 24 wins.
Oh, we have 1 million, Scott. He doesn't count though. He works here. So, so 24, our closest person is going to be Tracy.
Tracy, would you mind sharing your email address with me and I'll send a gift card your way?
Awesome.
All
And I
right,
can make sure to get that to you too, Lola, if you
okay,
want.
awesome. Thank you. All right, so yeah, 24 per day on avocado alone. And as a culinary school graduate, I have seen 2 very scary avocado incidents. So they could be using our Simplot avocado pulp instead, or our prepared guacamole. All right, moving on. Last year, in another effort to reduce labor, we released our line of RTE products with about 18 SKUs in that line. So all of these items are ready to eat. They allow for a thaw and serve preparation. They're able to be stored for up to 5 days in refrigeration, and they reduced waste while also conserving freezer space for you. And the photo, any of the food you see in the photos, these are Simplot products as well. Our marketing team does a great job of highlighting our products. Right, so let's talk about the value of versatility. So product versatility refers to how many roles one single item can play in different menus or in different recipes across your menu. So for example, we have our corn and black bean fiesta blend featured here. It can be used in breakfast items like breakfast burritos and scrambles, and then it could be transferred to the lunch line for tacos, soups, and salads. And we do try to keep in mind how many occurrences on a menu our items can be placed in. And when it comes to freezer space, I don't know anyone with a wealth of it. So when freezer space is at a premium, fewer ingredients overall translates to fewer items taking up that valuable space. So not only are we solving that issue with the RTE, you're also going to be able to use our products in many different day parts. All right, now let's talk about the hidden costs of fresh vegetables in your kitchen. And if anyone has any questions so far, please let me know. We're good? All right. So it's important to understand how fresh produce really is. I think we've all been raised with the impression that fresh produce is picked farm fresh and then it's rushed to your dining table. And in reality, most produce that's sold into food service undergoes a long and hard journey before it ever sees your kitchen. It's picked up before it's ripe so it can withstand the stress of shipping. And by the time it reaches you, it's often spent weeks in the supply chain and it's diminished its original flavor and nutritional value. And To be honest, truly fresh produce that's locally grown in our backyards is ideal for everyone, but we cannot offer, it can be expensive and inconsistent. Where on the other hand, high quality frozen vegetables are harvested at the peak of their maturity. They're processed right away. And while they still have their original flavor, their color, and their nutritional content. So they truly are farm fresh. And a little fun fact about Simplot's frozen vegetables, they're actually processed within 4 hours of being harvested. All right, next we are going to discuss vegetable yields and product waste. With fresh produce, the clock starts ticking the minute it comes into your door. And if it spoils before you can sell it or serve it, you're eating that cost. If food waste is an issue for any of you, frozen products are a valuable solution. And unlike fresh, every ounce of frozen that you have is usable. You're not paying for any wilted, overripe, underripe product. Avocados, I will use them as an example all day. You blink and they're gone unless you're using frozen Simplot. So you're not getting your 100% edible yield with a lot of your fresh veggies. But when you're frozen or properly stored, you get to use 100% of that product. And on the nutrition front, frozen vegetables, they have a great story to tell. According to the USDA, frozen vegetables have the same, if not better, nutritional value when compared to fresh produce. And another interesting fact, if you hold our frozen veggies for 15 minutes and compare them to fresh, they actually have identical flavor and texture. We've done the surveys and we've done hold tests on these items, and the texture is exactly the same as the products are held. Another big advantage is availability. So frozen veg is available year-round. So if your cafeteria needs to keep core items on its menu all year, this is a big benefit. And living in the Midwest, we have a short growing season and really long winters. So the window of sourcing and serving local produce can be extremely narrow. All right, now let's talk about product yields. So yield is simply the percentage of edible product that you have after processing. So we got another poll question. All right, so after processing, how much edible yield does 1 head of broccoli have? And I just need a percentage. How much edible yield does 1 head of broccoli have after processing?
They're all going to pop up at once, I think. Oh, there we have some. Oh, here they come. Oh, all right. Oh, anybody else?
This is the last call. All right. That answer is 61%.
61%. So let's see what we got here. We have a 65. So Catherine Walters.
Awesome. Thank you, Catherine. All right. Does that surprise anyone? For me, I thought that there would be more edible yield available in broccoli, but I don't think about how much we trim down the stem and the tougher parts of it. So it does make sense. So these yields were compiled by the USDA, and you'll see strawberries at the top of the list at 94%. You can pretty much eat everything but the leaves on them. And if you look down toward the bottom, corn is actually at 36% because more than half of fresh corn is lost to trim. And if you're paying by the pound, then you're only getting 36% of what you have available. And another fun one, avocado is not on here, but that yield is 50%. So a lot of the time, if you're buying avocado by the pound, you are essentially throwing away half of your money every time. All right, the fact is, by the time you account for trim loss and spoilage and labor, Frozen is often less expensive, not just by the pound, but by the portion. And it's definitely a better value for all the reasons I've mentioned. All right, and with that, let's move on to our last major topic. I know this is kind of a hot button issue right now, but our frozen products can offer reduced sodium menu items without sacrificing that great taste. So frozen vegetables can assist in reducing sodium without compromising flavor by just adding our recipe starters like our roasted peppers and onions to a soup or a casserole, where the texture isn't really going to play a part and you're also imparting flavor without increasing sodium. And we can't leave canned produce out of this discussion. With a 35% average drain weight in canned goods, we're also losing vitamins, minerals, color, and texture. So if your operation is looking for something that's sodium conscious, we do have to keep in mind sodium is a preservative in canned goods as well. So it may not necessarily be the best choice. Now to frozen premium vegetables. They are on trend. They check all the boxes. They look great, they taste amazing, and they're consistent from bag to bag. And the prep, you just heat and serve. If you aren't familiar with our Roastworks line, please double check your HPS guide. There are quite a few great items on there from our Roastworks line, which just turned, I think, 23 this year. With that said, fresh roasted vegetables and fruit can be some of the most challenging items to cook consistently day after day, especially across different locations. If you're serving on multiple campuses or off-site or within different areas in the building, it can also be really time-consuming and costly. Okay, so today we have learned how to maximize our pantry ingredients by choosing versatile products you can use during different day parts over multiple day parts in different recipes. You've learned when and where it makes sense to use frozen versus fresh produce, as well as strategies for using frozen vegetables and fruits to meet our sodium targets. And most of all, I hope you have a better appreciation for what frozen vegetables bring to the table and how you can use them in conjunction with your frozen or your fresh produce to create amazing menus that you're proud to serve all year long. And that is the power of frozen.
Thank you, Lola.
Of course. And I do have this last slide here. We have done a tremendous job in our marketing department of coming up with resources for K-12. So this link here will take you to our K-12 food service site. And on that site, all of these different one-pagers and materials are available. These are also links for you. Our product guide is there. I really like these one-pagers that we have available as well. And you'll see you'll see the same item on a few of these because they're just rock stars. They're labor savers, they're ready to eat, and they can even be, a sodium conscious smart snack. So please utilize our website. There are a ton of recipes on there, and our chefs have actually batch cooked quite a few. So now there are recipes with 100+ servings available, so you don't have to do the math.
Awesome. And I will be sharing the presentation too, so you guys will have this link and it'll be sent out here shortly. So does anyone have any questions for Lola before we end our webinar today? Those one-pagers, Lola, I think you've sent me one or two. Scott in our communications, he was just saying he'd like to put those in the monthly report, and we can link the videos as well. So if you want to send me that, we'll make sure to get that to him.
Absolutely.
And you got a bunch of thank yous. So I think we were a success. I thought it was a great
Awesome.
presentation.
Well, thank you so much.